Large waterproof flammable candles. Outdoor, indoor LED pillar flickering. Battery operated. That's interesting. Okay, we can view on Amazon. So let's look into this market a little bit. So these are remote control LED, natural, like rechargeable LED candles. This shows a 3-pack. You notice how like this, what's interesting is this only shows 2. This one shows like, so I don't know if they expanded to a 3-pack and then they couldn't change. It looks like maybe the original listing was a 2-pack. And then they expanded, like they changed it to a 3-pack. But this is cheaper than our price point that we had. Maybe it's on sale. Let me log into Data Dive. How important is it to follow Amazon's white background rule? Is it rank juice impacted? John, if you have a main image that is violating terms of service, sometimes it can suppress you. So if you're struggling to rank or you're seeing a bunch of issues, it could be that you have something that's suppressing you. It could be a keyword and somewhere in your listing that you don't really recognize, or it could be an image. So you got to be careful. All right, so I've got these LED candles. I think we can do better candles. Like I'm very confident we can do better candles. I know it's a little bit design specific, but I like this price point. I don't know that it's moving enough. Is the red selling more? The orange? Oh, it's the different sizes. There's a lot of sizes. Okay. All right, so this is ivory white. So 4x6, 5x6. So what's interesting is we can click on all these and then we can kind of get an idea of which ones are selling the most. So the 5x12 2-pack, right? That's why they're these are just the colors represented by 2-packs because they have different ones here. So this is a 5x12 2-pack is the best seller, it seems, right? Of the white. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Niche Dive. If you guys sign up for Data Dive, use the code Brandon20. It's going to give you 20% off for life. Okay, it's the biggest discount besides Inner Circle members. If you end up signing up for the Inner Circle, message us and then you get 33% off. Okay, but that's after you know, Inner Circle members get 33. Brandon20 will be a discount for now. I'm going to click on Niche Dive, and what Data Dive is going to do is go look for other competitors of this same niche. So it's going to go search other categories, other keywords, and it's going to try to go find similar products. Now, this is the SOP. It's going to sort these by a fit score. So you see the fit score is right here. This is how closely related it thinks these products are to the one that we found, that we used. Now, it's not always 100% correct, so we need to go through, and it automatically selected the top 15. We need to take off anyone that isn't the same. So here's 10x4. Remember, the best seller we saw was like the 12x5, I guess. Here's 10x4, 6x3, but these are still all the LED and remote candles. Holy cow, 12-pack for $20. It must be small. Oh man, it might be tough for us to differentiate on these. Like, I probably wouldn't want to do these products. I mean, these have a lot of packs. I don't know how many variations they have. And then there's a lot of people selling a ton of them. All right. So I would probably generally pass on this, but I still want to go ahead. And then the next thing I'm going to do, let me take off. These guys don't make a ton of sales. 200. And then these guys don't make a ton of sales. But I'm going to sort by fastest moving now, and I'm going to make sure I don't miss anyone good. So this one is good, and they're selling 150 a day. Look at this guy, the best seller. I mean, they're only selling for $9.99, but for their cheapest one. And they've got 6,000 sales. $100,000 a month on this one, for this one variation. Here. Okay. All right. I've got a ton. Now, I'm going to name this Flameless Candles. So I name the dive, and then I'm just going to hit dive. Now what DataDive is going to go do is for these 18 sellers, it's going to go compile all the keywords that they're ranked for and then divide all the keywords into that master keyword cloud that we spoke about earlier. So you're going to get 3 buckets of keywords. You're going to get that master keyword list, which is 450 searches a month and 30%, variation, 30% relevancy. So you see the relevancy is at least 30%, and then the search volume is at least 450. The outlier keywords bucket is going to be at least under 30% relevancy and at least 2,000 searches a month. The residue is going to be everything else. Okay, so let's look at the master keyword first. Let me screw this down, and then what you'll see here is we've got these 18 sellers across, and we're able to see all the information about them. Okay. Now you'll see that we say that 9 of them are very strong and 9 are very weak out of the 18 we selected. Very strong we consider to be ranked on at least 80% of the search volume on the master keyword list. So if we don't have this list cleaned up, it impacts that. So here's flameless candles, and then you have 9 guys that are not ranked for flameless candles. That's where most of these guys are weak. And you'll notice here, all these guys down here making still 1,300 sales a month, 900 sales a month, 700 sales a month, 700 sales a month. So 30 a day, over 40, almost 50 a day. And they're not ranked for a bunch of these big keywords here. Fake candles, battery operated candles, flameless candles with remote LED candles. So where are they getting their sales? Well, they're ranked for large solar candles, large outdoor candles for lanterns, outdoor candles for lanterns. Oh, so I get it maybe, right? Rechargeable solar power 12 by 5. So there's lantern keywords that they're ranked well for that some of these best sellers aren't ranked well for. You see these lantern keywords, large solar candles. This one's not ranked for solar. Maybe it's not solar. And then this one says for lanterns, not doing good. Lanterns, large outdoor. So what we're able to see are the holes in the indexing and the SEO of these best sellers. And so we start to understand that there's different ways people are searching for these products. And what we need to quickly do is understand this product niche. What is the differentiator, right? Is it the quantity, the sizes, the staggering sizes, the way that it's battery operated versus solar? Like, these are all the things off the top of my head that I've just identified. So there's actually niches and sub niches in this product that we need to start identifying. Now, they all seem to be white, but that's because these are the best sellers. And the best sellers are the ones showing up on the keywords generally. But if I click in, look how many variations. Look, variations are here. I've got 13, 20, 6, 8, 25, 6, 15, 7. We spoke earlier around variation strategies being ways to funnel traffic into listings. And so I'm able to start thinking about like, wow, like in order to launch this product, I need a ton of variations, right? These best sellers are selling over 200 units a day as a combined amongst these variations. This one's, 150 units a day, 150 units a day, 150 units, 125 units, 130 units a day, over 100 units a day, 100 units a day, right? So they're very fast moving people. There's a lot of demand here. We're seeing that there's 1 million searches a month on this keyword list. Now it's not cleaned up. But one of the things I want to ask myself is, why are these guys selling 6,000 units a day, and these guys are selling less? Well, if we go in and we see that there's outlier keywords. So there's keywords here in the outliers that a few of these are ranking well for. So if I sort by these keyword ranks in the outliers bucket, I can see that rechargeable candles, rechargeable keywords, this guy's crushing. No one else is doing well on rechargeable candles. Crazy, right? That seems like a very good opportunity. So now we've got 4 lantern keywords. We've got rechargeable. Solar was another way. And then candle lanterns. Maybe the Like the candles are the lanterns, right? Which is true, right? You don't need to actually have a housing for it to call it a lantern. Rechargeable flameless candles, white battery operated candles, very specific. These guys are killing it on these very seemingly very obvious, very descriptive keywords, right? So this guy wrote his listing to cover these keywords with all of this extra search volume, and no one else really did, right? Well, how's this guy getting extra sales? Holiday decor, super generic. Now, what we typically find in these outlier keywords are going to be super generic keywords, branded keywords. It's very rare that we find something like this where it's like, wow, this guy's the only one writing keywords that seem very obvious to me. Why are none of these others like doing the same? What is different about these and these other listings, right? So this is an opportunity for us, I think, for us to go ahead and win on an SEO perspective. Are we sure we can win on design? I don't know. But from an SEO perspective right now, as it stands, if I add these keywords, you know, maybe I can. Decorative home candles, candle decor, you know, these are all very generic. This guy's got 156,000 search volume in the outliers bucket. Candles for centerpieces, decorative candles. Centerpieces, look at this. Candles for centerpieces, number 4 for both of them. Now these could be wax candles, or it could be these rechargeable or these lantern candles, but this guy's taking a different route to get a bunch of sales, right? So there's another way people are searching. I love products where there's a bunch of ways people are searching, because I can launch more variations that are specific to those, and I can get credit for them, and I can target those. So candles for centerpieces. Do people want the big 3-piece maybe, right? We need to find out. Do they want the 3-piece or do they want the 12-piece? Like all little candles, or they want staggering sizes? What looks better for decor? What are people searching for? We need to ask these questions and figure it out. But this guy with less variations, on the market for a year versus 2.5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 6 years, on the market for 1 year and 5 months, in less variations, is doing over, what's the revenue? Over $37,000 per month. Now, they've only got, this is an $8 price point. This is super cheap, right? But I can guarantee you that what they're doing is a loss leader strategy. They are selling this $8 piece super cheap because they can sell this one for $15. Does it make sense that the 3-pack is $8 and this one's $15? Yeah, you save $1, but the profit is significantly higher on this 6-pack, right? And they're selling 400 units here. They're making their profit on these other variations when people upsell themselves on these other packs. And even these main images look fake. They don't look very good. The quality doesn't look great. They still manage to get a lot of reviews and stay 4.4 stars. Terrible, obvious photoshopped image. This is terribly, obviously photoshopped, but it's showing you it's safe. It's a lifestyle image. We're going to go through what makes good images. Can we beat them type of thing, right? So this guy allows people to upsell themselves. Doesn't look like a ton of people upsell themselves on the 18 and 24. That's just way too many, right? So we could probably launch with even less. Some people buy the 12, a little bit more by the 9, a lot more by the 6, and then that cheap one, the majority buy. You know, that's where they're getting the majority of their sales. But is it enough? Are they making enough sales at enough profit at $8 to compete? Do we need to sell at $8? I don't know. This guy's at 7. I don't know. This guy's at 10. I think we can get to this price point for a really nice 2-pack or 3-pack. I don't know what the price point is for these products. So I'm asking all these questions out loud, and just you're hearing my strain of thought, or my stream of thought, right? And I hope that that's helpful. But what I like about the product is that we're able to identify what people want. We're able to identify that there are a lot of different ways people are searching. And then we can go and see if this is a good product that we want to launch. So one of the things I'll do now is I would clean up this master keyword list. So I'm going to clean up the master keyword list. I'm going to take out keywords that I cannot make sales from. Are there any keywords here? And I can do this quickly. My first strategy for doing that is go to the roots, and I'm going to look here. And I'm going to look and try to find out. Remember, these are the root words. There are 50 people looking for flickering, 50 looking for LED with 126,000 search volume, battery operated versus solar. So I need to make a decision. Do I only do battery or only do solar? It seems like battery is a bigger market. And maybe I add a solar version. I don't know. It seems like this is indoor, outdoor, mostly indoor. The core is a good root word, so that gets rid of the solar. So I probably get rid of the solar, right? And what I can do is I can just go here and I can go to phrases. I just clicked on this I, and I can get rid of solar. Now I've removed any solar keywords from the master keyword list. There were 5 of them. So 23,000 search volume, gone. And now this is more in line. Vela is a brand name, I think, or is Vela a candle in Spanish? Probably Spanish, right? Yeah, fake candle, Vela, artificiale. So this is, I'm going to keep the Spanish term. Decoración, Spanish, one keyword. So people are searching for this in Spanish. Spanish is the second biggest language in America, so you don't want to neglect it. Fastest growing language. Tall, faux, lots of root words here. I love it. Lantern, decorative, decorativa, pillar, candle, battery operated, timer. I don't know about timer, but we are going to have a remote. Realistic. Yeah, I think that we've gotten rid of most of the bad keywords, right? Like that we can't make sales from. A lot of these keywords are good. You'll find that when you're doing research, you typically are removing a lot more keywords. You're going to type in all the brand names. Like you're going to type in, another way you could do it is you can right click. So let's say fake battery candle was no good. I can right click and then hit exclude, and I can exclude this exact, or the phrase would get rid of all 19 keywords, right? Like we just typed into the phrase. So you can do it, you can right click quickly to exclude, or you can type into this to remove. So what we're trying to do. Then what we can do is we can go back into that master keyword list and we can move over keywords from the outliers and the residue. We can go look and we can move keywords over. So I like moving like rechargeable, candle lanterns, rechargeable. These rechargeable keywords seem really good. White, battery operated, white flameless, wickless candles. I don't know if that's the same, but like at least these I can bring over. And so I just clicked the button that said bring them over to the master keyword list. Now look what happens. I bring them over, and if I sort by search volume, they're here. I've got this one here. And I can really start to see what this looks like if I sort by search volume. Most of these bestsellers are ranked on these keywords with the most search volume, which is why they're the bestsellers. And we've got flameless candles, fake candles, battery operated, LEDs, right? And down. Now, what's interesting is when you see numbers that are green and yellow, certain yellows, if I have between 32, if I'm ranked between like 32 and 55, I call that the not sure zone. That means that Amazon isn't sure that that keyword is relevant to that product. So let me find one for you. This is number 40. What is this? This has LED candles. I would venture to say that maybe this one doesn't really put LED and candles too close together. Oh, it's got it right here. Yeah. Realistic LED candles. Let's see. How many times does it use LED? LED flame candles, LED candles, LED candle set, LED candles. So what they've actually done is they've hurt their ability to rank for this keyword because they've used LED candles too many times. So let me stop sharing and really emphasize this point, because this is really important from an SEO perspective. It's not for this class in particular, but general knowledge for Amazon for you to be successful. Starting in like 2015, 2016, when Chinese sellers really started coming into the market, they were able to cheat by their ranks. They would launch a product, and within the first week, they'd be ranked number 1 for a very difficult keyword. And the way that they were doing that is they would write that keyword phrase over and over and over and over in the listing. And the way that Amazon's ranking algorithm was at that time is they would give you cumulative credit every time you wrote it. So every time you made a sale, they would read your listing and then give you credit every single time that it was written. Now, what that means is they were able to cheat. So Amazon had to write a way to protect against that. And the way that they did that is they wrote into their algorithm that if a phrase is written more than 3 times, you start to lose your ability to rank for it. There you go. So that's really, really important for you to know. So you don't want to spam, and you've got to be careful when you write your listing.